Hello, Kari here. In today's video I'm going to go over some of my favourite watercolour books that I have kept over the years. Sometimes I've bought books and got rid of them, but mostly these are the ones that I like and I've kept and I love them. So I'm going to start off with Danielle Donaldson. I love hers. This is new to me. It's different and that's what I like about it. She has more of fun way of painting, more or less illustrations. I mean, I love these beautiful little paintings. I love the colour blue anyway. Beautiful, fun pages, which I'm going to use in my mixed media art. I also do mixed media work and I have a separate channel, Kari Gibson Art, which is mostly about art journals. And I know I'll be able to use this sort of thing happily in art journals. I love them. One of the things she does, which is I'm going to copy, is she makes these beautiful, what she calls paint chips, and she gathers them all up with ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? And I like her colour theory, the way she uses colours and she will mix them, and that paint chip shows one colour, another colour, and the mixture. I love that. I'm going to definitely experiment with that. She uses salt for texture a lot. Now I love that too, because I'm learning how to get good at that as well myself, because it's not something I've really used in the past. So I can recommend this book. When was it published? It's not that old. I can't see. It is certainly not old. She has another book with faces, which I'm not so keen on. So The Art of Watercolour by Danielle Donaldson, and that's a Northlight book. Love that one. Now, my next book, I've had this a long time. I think there's more than one, by Shirley Trevena. I think I actually have some prints of hers, actually. I was going to bring them over. Never mind. Again, beautiful colours. And this is what draws me to paint, are beautiful colours. I should talk about that a bit more in a moment. She has some gorgeous paintings. She actually has some more or less tutorials. I love this one. And what I like about it is it's got the realism sort of loose flowers, but then it's got this design element here. And then there's these interesting bits here. I just love the complexity, yet the simplicity of that. It's just fantastic. Love it. I just love everything she does. So again, there's more than one book of hers. I can't remember what the other one's called. This has been around for quite a while. Look at that, that's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Is that a rhododendron? Oh, I've got a rhododendron tree. But again, she's done this again with this interesting, the amaryllis, and then the interesting paper. Something I might have to try. Oh, look, she's done some orchids. Oh, they're much nicer than mine, aren't they? Beautiful, just beautiful. Interesting design elements, interesting compositions, and beautiful use of colour. So that's Shirley Trevena. That's published by Collins. Taking Risks with Watercolour, this is called. But she has got another one. No, I don't know, I don't think it mentions in that one. Now I'm going to go to this book, which is going to be hard for you to find because it was published nearly 20 years ago, and I think there's only one copy on Amazon left, and it's expensive. The person who wrote this book is one of my tutors from my past, and she is the one who inspired me with colour, because I can remember being in a class of hers. She did a demonstration, I think it was a portrait. She used colour that I would never have dreamed of using, and I looked and I looked and I thought, I want to be able to understand how to use colour the way she understands how to use colour. So I went away, and that summer, between one class I was attending and another class I was about to start, I went away and I studied and studied colour. I mean, just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that the most beautiful painting you've ever seen? I love it. And the colours she uses, and there's one colour she uses that I love. Anyway, I went away and I studied colour, and I came back the next year with it under my belt, and ever since then I've loved colour. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful painting. She is so good. And here she has a very interesting chapter on colour. And most watercolour books go over the basics of colour, but she goes into a lot more colour theory, which is what I studied and what I understand. And I must credit her with my love of turquoise. She uses it so beautifully, so beautifully. So I can recommend getting this book and reading it from cover to cover because there's a lot of information in there. She's a fantastic artist. She went to Glasgow School of Art quite a while ago now. Let's not go into that. But yes, she was taught by some good artists herself as well. And I learned a lot under her tutelage. Great teacher. Right, now the next book I've got is something slightly different. This is a new one to me. I've only recently bought it, but I'm amazed. This is by an artist called Nita Engle. How to make a watercolour paint itself. And this is kind of what she does. She lets the watercolour paint do its own thing. I'll just give a quick flip through so you can see some of her paintings. How beautiful are these? Beautiful. I mean, oh, look at that. That's just stunning. I want to do forest. I live right by a huge forest here. I find it very inspirational, but I do find it difficult to paint. Partly because it's so dense. It's just trees. But I need to investigate that myself. That's very inspirational. Look at the colours there. And she has some interesting techniques that I've not heard of anywhere else. And I'm not going to give away the secret sauce of what these techniques are because that's not fair. But some of them are amazing. That, all the colours, the autumn leaves, it's just beautiful. Now, here's one of the techniques that she uses to make texture. Look at this beautiful texture. Lovely. This page, I love this painting. It's so interesting with the berries at the front and that's beautiful faint building behind. Amazing. And that's talking about composition. It's amazing. I can recommend this book. I keep saying it's amazing. It's amazing. It is amazing. So that's Nita Engle, How to Make a Watercolour Paint Itself. That is available on Amazon still because I bought it recently. I'm talking about Amazon UK. It might be different in the States. Anyway, here's a book I've had it for a long time now. This is by Linda Kemp and it's Watercolour Painting Outside the Lines. Well, I think of it slightly different. I think it's painting inside the lines almost. But this is the kind of thing she does. She paints in the negative. She paints the negatives, which is the only word I can find. Let me see if there's a simple diagram of how she does it. That's the very basics. It takes a while for the book to get to the meat and bones of what she's doing. There's another one. Isn't that beautiful? And that's layers. And I love using layers myself and glazing. Let me see if there's something that... Yeah, there's just a bit of colour theory there. Beautiful. Look at this. Now, if I go from the beginning... So she starts off just putting some colour down. And then she goes in between the little bits. It's really hard to describe. You have to read the book. It's just wonderful. I enjoy her work a lot. And that's what she ends up with. It's a method I kind of use a little bit, but not to the extent she does. I might experiment with trying that with the forests. And the last book I've got in my pile, this is a new one to me as well. It's Jean Haines, Colour and Light in Watercolour. She has more than one book available as well. This was published in, I can't see, 2010, so it's not that old. It's got some of the basics at the beginning, and then she has some techniques. Let me go to my bookmark. I mean, look at that. Oh, just lovely. It's beautiful landscape she's done here. But she also does little still lifes. I want to try this. It's so loose and so vibrant. The colours are beautiful. The composition is interesting with the lines flowing like that. Plus there's the splashes that happen all over the place. I really must try that. I've been wanting to paint Honesty for years. I must get round to it. It's a beautiful plant. She does some portraits as well. I quite enjoy doing portraits. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Oh, gorgeous. So I can recommend this book. There's more than one book by her. Ooh, that's Venice. Lovely. There's more than one book by her. So I might go out and buy the other one at some stage because I've really enjoyed this. So these are my 6 books that I recommend. I'm going to list them down in the description. So see if you can get them, or let me know if you've already got them and which ones you like. Oh, tell me if there's any other books you really like that you think I might like as well. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much for watching. This channel is fairly new. I actually have another channel, Kari Gibson Art, which is larger than this one, but I needed a dedicated channel for my painting because the other channel is about art journaling. They aren't so my lovely subscribers over there aren't so interested in my watercolour paintings especially, so I needed a channel for that. So do subscribe if you're new here. It'd be lovely to have you here with me. Drop a comment down below and hit the like button. That will help the algorithm get me noticed. This channel get noticed. It's still very tiny at the moment. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Bye.